I I was living in Tokyo, and now I moved to Fukushima, which is about like 250 kilometers away, which is part of Tohoku region, where back in 2011 on March 11th, huge earthquake and huge tsunami hit. This is not AI produced. It was huge. One of the biggest earthquake ever in our history. And the next day, they found themselves in devastation like this on the coast. I saw myself, I was in Tokyo, but I immediately went to the disaster area and I saw a ship sticking into the mountain. It was like surreal scenes like this. And then 2:46 p.m. That was the tsunami. The next day, March 12th, the nuclear power plant exploded in Fukushima prefecture, which contaminated the whole region. This was unprecedented, and we didn't know what to do. And the whole area, whole region had to evacuate, let alone no farming. They couldn't live in the district. Still, vast area is still on this day under the evacuation order. That's where I'm currently living in and helping farmers growing again. So that's how we started our reconstruction. Now, this is one of the towns. We rebuilt the town, we rebuilt the fish market, and we, especially in Fukushima area where the nuclear power plant exploded and a lot of radioactivity contaminated the soil and the products. Of course, we had to stop the farming and fishing. But gradually we resumed farming. But of course, it was difficult to convince the consumers in terms of the safety because of the radioactivity issue. So we have to test every single bag of rice from Fukushima to ship to make sure the radioactivity level is below the standards. So government, farmers, the co-ops worked very hard to make sure the safety, but still it was very difficult due to the stigma. This very negative image of the word Fukushima, especially the crops from there. So we learned, although it's scientifically proven it's safe now, it was very difficult to regain consumers' confidence. How did we overcome this? It was actually not science or money. Even if you pump in money and government did a lot of promotion, we were not able to regain consumers' confidence. How did we do that? It was people, it was humans to regain consumers' confidence. They got out and met with consumers directly and convinced and talked about their products, how passionate they are, and how they created, how they farmed, how they fished, how they grow these oysters. And only with that, we were able to regain gradually consumers' confidence. The guy in the red suit is a farmer in Fukushima. But he was able to gather, this is sort of fan club of his farming. This is his fans. So he met a lot of people, he convinced them, and they became fan of this farmer and his products. So now they are directly purchasing from this Mr. Shiraishi, the red guy. So people started to stand up, people resumed farming, people got out, communicated with consumers, and finally we were able to regain consumers' confidence. And our organization called EEE organized these farmers in Fukushima and created this team, Fukushima Pride, and started to do national promotion. And this is at a department store, one of actually the most renowned department store in Tokyo. And these are all farmers from Fukushima. Actually, we met in Fukushima. Surprisingly, after 10 years of the disaster, Fukushima farmers market, so this is saying Team Fukushima Pride. These are from other prefectures. But we were selling more than the farmers from other districts. 10 years later of that disaster, we regained consumers' confidence. Actually, we were more successful than the other areas. And we went even to the overseas market. This is in Paris. So she is a rice farmer. She went out with us and promoted her rice herself. And with all these efforts, statistically, we only recently, 2024, the recent statistics showed Fukushima's agricultural production value surpassed the pre-disaster level. So in 2010, it was 2,330 JPY 100 million, but now 287.4. So we surpassed pre-disaster level because of all these farmers' efforts and pride. So Tohoku, Fukushima farmers, fishermen, and food producers who regained consumers' trust are not victims. We call them heroes who stood up and made human legacy. And this is what we wanted to convey to you, meaning you can do this. Fukushima farmers have experienced the most severe damage and stigma in human history. It's contaminated by radioactivity. No one wanted to touch the products even, but now they are heroes. They have fans. Consumers are fans of their products and themselves. So anyone can do this. To convey a more vivid story, I take up 3 cases. So they are all here in the Team Fukushima Pride. First guy, Mr. Ono. He produces apples and peaches in Fukushima. He gathered very cool agricultural farmers and organized this team called Cool Agri. He is in the center. Right next to him, you know Mr. Furuyama, right? So they teamed up and created, he started the new branding of Fukushima farmers. And not just producing apples and peaches, he established this shops and created a lot of products using the damaged apples and peaches to create another cash points. So, Shuhei-san brought some of the products. And they also started a pizzeria right next to the farms using their peaches and apples and directly serving their products to the consumers. And Andy-san met him last month. Yes. Case 2. Koji Kato and Emi Kato, their husband and wife, rice farmers. They were cropping rice, rice is our main diet in Japan. But it's actually difficult, even in the other districts, very difficult to make a living farming rice. So they started to create consumer products using their rice. This is, we produce together rice ball, frozen rice ball, so that it can be distributed nationally. And they started to sell online. And she went to Paris for promotion. But still, rice profit margin is very low. So still very difficult to make a living. So what they did, they started completely different business. They established beer factory. Because beer's profit margin is bigger, they created a portfolio. While farming rice, they started brewing beer. And they have their own shops now. They're serving their beer as well as their rice balls directly to consumers. And yes, Briani-san and Andy met them as well. The last case, Mr. Furuyama, he's a peach guy. He does farm, he does grow peaches that are very, very sweet. It shows a sugar content 21%, and on the left side, it's over 25%. It's incredibly sweet. So with this, actually, it surpassed the Guinness record of the sugar containment. And so he is selling his peach at the very high price. And his scale is very small, but rather he jacked up the price with this high sugar containment. And now he's a very successful farmer in Fukushima. And we met him as well. And so these are the story of Fukushima farmers. And I want to reiterate that you can do this. If your product is strong enough, and if you directly connect with consumers, you can do this. And just to give you the courage, let's do a quiz. You know, Fukushima products are contaminated by radioactivity. It was very negative stigma. But after the disaster, he came up with this product. How much is the highest price he sold this peach? Fukushima peach, which was contaminated by radioactivity. What's your guess?
Which currency? Which currency do we guess?
Around this one.
For one peach, right?
One piece Fukushima peach.
I'm going to say 500 grand. I'm going to say 1,000.
Rand? 500. 500 for one piece. Oh, that's high. That's crazy. Anyone else?
Between 35 and 50 rands.
5 and 50.
Between 35 rands and 50
35 rand. Okay.
They have to weigh 100 rands.
35. Anyone else? Okay. True story. Fukushima peach, one piece. 200,000 rand.
Was close.
Because of the highest sugar content in the world, he sold at the highest price. Of course, it's not that all the peaches were sold at this price. It's only actually one piece. His average price is about 1,000 a piece or something like that. It depends on the sugar content level. He priced differently. It's possible, even in Fukushima, where I can say the most negative stigma in the world or in human history, because it's contaminated by radioactivity. Probably a similar experience was only the Chernobyl in Ukraine, the nuclear disaster. But they were not farming, they were not producing food products anymore. In human history, where the serious nuclear disaster happened and resumed farming, Fukushima is the only case in human history. And he sold one piece of peach from Fukushima at 200,000 rand. That means, you know, South Africa is very clean and famous for agriculture. You can top that. You can, if your product is strong enough, and if you do the marketing, if you do the branding successfully, you can do this. Maybe not 200,000, but 100th should be possible. Still, it's 2,000 rand. So, this is all about marketing. That's what they did. That's their weapon. Even with this severe negative image, with this strong weapon of marketing, they were able to do this. And I really hope that the small South African farmers can do this, learn from Fukushima, and do the same. And basically, earn more and create a more vibrant agricultural economy without even scaling. It's possible. It's not just a scale of economy. It's branding, and rather, I think the way for small farmers to fight against those, big corporate farming is branding and marketing, and increase the price, not the volume. So we will talk about the marketing later, but let's stop here and open up the floor for questions. Before that, Andile-san, you met all these three farmers yourselves. Please share your impression of learning by yourself.
So I was lucky enough to meet the farms. Maybe I'll just for each one show so that I can share. I went to their farms and I actually saw their operations. The 200,000 peach, yeah, that one. So that one was shocking. That one was shocking. But I think the mindset that they have about their businesses and about their products is definitely something that shook me. They're not thinking small about what they're doing. They've got a very, they've got a larger than life. They are passionate about their products, but they believe their products are larger than life. So that mindset, it's the energy that they then put out to the world and they put out to the customers. You can even see how they package their products. It's custom branded. They put their heart in their products. They put their heart into their product. Yeah, they wear the pride on their sleeves. And then also another thing that took me was how pivoting for them is not difficult. It's not difficult. And the proof for them to pivot comes from their customers. So they engage their customers. And if their customers then say, why don't you start craft beer? Like tomorrow is gonna start craft beer. It's not gonna be, say I'm a crop producer and I'll stay a crop producer forever. You're still doing the crop production. And even these guys, they've got how many hectares that they've leased for the rice?
I think 50 or
50.
yeah.
So
They're relatively big in Japan.
yeah, this couple doesn't have like lots of land on their own, but they've leased from different farmers to combine their rice production to the 50 hectares. The funny thing is that the beer is not made from the rice.
Yeah. There's no synergy.
Yeah, so it's not necessarily made from the rice, but you can also see how they've integrated the peach farmers, how they've integrated the peach farming into high quality products. I mean, we had a peach flavored pizza from those expensive peaches. I don't think you've ever had a peach flavored. Have you had a peach flavored pizza before? Yeah. So yeah, this one. So they integrate their products in different ways and in different creative ways, and this allows them to then access different levels of markets. So whether it be high value restaurants or even in the mass market, but their core is building that customer base, having that customer one-on-one interactions, understanding those customers, and and they call it a fan club, basically. So they build their own fan clubs, and by engaging those fan clubs, they then get that rich customer engagement that allows them to then grow. So I think that those are some of the things. I mean, the peach farmer is working on less than 1 hectare. He's working on 1 hectare, right?
Yeah, his land is very small. Yeah.
He's working on 1 hectare. And he's working with his mother. He's basically, he manages the plot. Both of them 1 hectare.
Yeah, himself and his father, mother.
Yeah, himself and his mother is the one in the middle right there. I wouldn't say he's working hard, but he's working smart. He's working very smart. And he probably packs a few boxes. So the orders come in on a daily basis, and he packs a few boxes a day. And that's basically it. He probably gets like 4 to 6 months holiday a year. So he's not really working that hard, but he's working hard and smart at the same time. And he wasn't the only one that was working on orchards. So even the scale of understanding that you can have a hectare of an orchard and push it at that scale is another thing, because once we think orchards, we already think you need to have land, you need to have lots of land. You know, do you understand what I'm saying? So at the scale of a hectare, he has even broken the World Guinness Book of Records. So the question is, if we say we don't have the land, what are we talking about? It's about our mindset. How do we see our product? Where do we see our products going? And where do we see our industry going? Because I think they are Fukushima farmers. So they're all fighting for that Fukushima brand, even if they are individually, but they're all fighting for that Fukushima brand, contributing to the quality of the brand. So really, there's a lot we can take away from them. I think we were hoping to get some idea from you. What do you think probably is stopping you, or what ideas, what do you think about things like this, and how does it relate to you? Do you see any relation?
Yep, thank you. So let's open the floor for any question about